Namaste to all my dear students. I welcome all of you in Antivirus YouTube channel. I hope that all of you will be fit and fine at your own places. In this lecture, we will learn about some basic concepts of interaction of matter. So plan of presentation will have pair production, pair annihilation, internal conversion, Bremsstrahlung radiation, and finally Auger effect. So let's discuss first pair production. It is conversion of radiation energy into mass energy, and this concept was given by Anderson in 1932. When a photon of energy equal to or greater than 1.02 megaelectron volt hits a nucleus, an electron along with its antiparticle positron are emitted from the nucleus. So incidence of a photon on the nucleus result the production of electron and positron. This concept is called pair production. So the energy of a photon is equal to rest mass energy of an electron and a positron plus kinetic energy of these particles. And we know that rest mass energy of an electron is equal to m0 c square, which comes out to be 0.51 megaelectron volt. Positron has also same rest mass energy 0.51 megaelectron volt, and if energy is greater than this sum, which is 1.02 megaelectron volt, then that energy is distributed as a kinetic energy between these two particles. According to Dirac relativistic wave equation, energy of an electron is given by this expression. We can see in this expression that an electron may have positive as well as negative energy, and if a photon of energy greater than 2 m0 c square hits a nucleus, electron from negative state is shifted to the positive state, leaving behind a positron. And since this positron is positively charged, which is repelled by nucleus with greater energy, so we can say that positron have greater kinetic energy as compared to electron. Next is pair annihilation. This is just inverse of pair production. What is pair production? We have discussed it. It is conversion of radiation energy into mass energy. And in pair production, photon hits a nucleus and positron and electrons are emitted from the nucleus. This is pair production. Now let's talk about pair annihilation. Pair annihilation is conversion of mass energy into radiation energy, which is just inverse of pair production. Now what happens in this pair annihilation? An electron and positron each of rest mass energy 0.51 megaelectron volt collide with one another, due to which two photons moves in opposite direction. So collision of two entities resulted into the production of two photons which also move in opposite direction, and this pair annihilation also obeys conservation laws. We know these laws. First of all, conservation of charge. Electron has negative charge, positron have positive charge, photon have no charge. So we can see that before collision net charge is 0, and after the collision two photon are emitted, so their net charge is also 0. Second conservation law is conservation of energy. Electron have rest mass of energy 0.51 mega electron volt. Same energy carry a positron, and two photons which are produced in opposite direction carry also 0.51 mega electron volt energy. So energy is also conserved before and after the collision. Third one is conservation of linear momentum. We have seen that electron and positron moves in opposite direction, and two photon also moves in opposite direction. So linear momentum before and after the collision is zero, that is same. Now let's discuss about their spin. For antiparticle spins, two photons are emitted in opposite direction. But for parallel spins, three photons inclined at angle of 120 degree are emitted. This is spin of electron and positron. The probabilities of occurrence of above emissions are in the ratio 1100 is to 1 respectively. In other words, two photons emission is always dominant. Third one is internal conversion. Internal conversion is related to photoelectric effect. This is structure of an atom, and nucleus lies in its at center, which is surrounded by electrons revolving in orbits. There is K, L and M shells which are arranged according to their energy. Now what is internal conversion? When a photon or gamma ray is emitted from a nucleus, this photon hits out an electron from K shell, and this electron is called conversion electron. At the same time, electron residing in L shell make transition to this vacant site, and due to this difference in energy of K and L shell, photon is emitted whose energy lies in X-ray region. So we can see that emission of a photon or emission of X-ray is produced due to the decay of gamma ray from the nucleus. Einstein's photoelectric equation is given like this, we know it, for which he awarded Nobel Prize. According to this equation, if a photon of energy h nu hits the surface of matter, then its energy is utilized into two parts. First part is utilized to eject out it's from the surface barrier, and remaining appears as kinetic energy of the electron. So this h nu naught is called work function, which is minimum energy required to just eject the electron with kinetic energy 0. This equation is valid in this internal photoelectric effect also. Next is Bremsstrahlung radiation. What is these radiation? These are also called characteristic X-rays. Bremsstrahlung is a German word meaning breaking or slowing. So Bremsstrahlung radiation means breaking radiation or slowing radiation. When a highly energetic electron, I am again repeating, when a highly energetic electron which is negatively charged passes near to the nucleus which is positively charged, the electron deaccelerates. It deaccelerates due to Coulomb attractive attraction, and due to this deacceleration, the loss in kinetic energy appears as X-ray photons. We can see in this animation that electron of energy 100 kilo electron volt moves just closely to the nucleus, due to which it deaccelerates and difference in energy appears in the form of a photon, which is of energy 30 kilo electron volt. So energy before the collision is 100 and after the collision it is 70 kilo electron volt plus 30 kilo electron, it is same. So due to this deacceleration, a photon is emitted. This is called Bremsstrahlung radiation. And last is Auger effect. When a photon is emitted from the nucleus, electron from K shell is ejected out, which is called conversion electron. At the same time, electron from L make transition to the K shell, and due to the difference between K and L, a photon is emitted, and this photon again hits another electron, which is called Auger electron. So this effect is called Auger effect. So this was all about today's lecture. Thanks for watching and listening.